I don't know why, but ever since I've seen this Spider-Venom figure on the shelf, I've always been tempted to buy it. But for some reason, even though it was only 25 quid for the figure, I passed on it a lot. I even got the 2099 Spider-Man before him, but honestly, that was probably a bit of a no-brainer. But now I finally just bought him, because I felt like I actually wanted it when I seen it this time. So he's in my collection now. Getting him out of the box now, and from all the other symbiote type figures I have in my collection, I have to say this might be one of the cleanest looking figures that I have of the symbiote. The big white logo in the chest that goes around the body is such a sick design in my opinion. The head sculpt is pretty much just plain black with white eyes, but again, it does look really clean and quite menacing as well. The accessories you get are pretty decent as well. You do get a separate Peter Parker head sculpt with the symbiote effect on the bottom half there. You also get 2 extra pairs of hands, including the ones that obviously comes on his arms already. Open hands and thwippy hands are the optional hands. And you get this big chain accessory, and it's alright, I guess. But if you get him in the right pose, it will look sick. I just love how menacing this figure looks. I know I've already said that, but I don't know why. There's just something about this figure that I prefer over like the other symbiote Spider-Man that I have. I think the spider logo is getting me. But that's pretty much it for the Spider-Man Venom's look. So now let's move on to his articulation. The articulation is mostly standard Marvel Legends posability, but that's what you expect from these types of figures. My copy had some joints where they were a bit hard to move, but if you're careful, you can get some nice head range. The arms have good articulation. The chest has a ball joint for nice side to side movement. Also, with an ab crunch, but there is a lacking of a waist swivel. And then the legs are pretty much the same as a Spider-Man Marvel Legends. You can't really go wrong, but yeah. So this figure's articulation is nothing special, but it's nothing to really give out about, really. It's kind of just, bog standard Spider-Man Marvel Legends. So let's get on to the size comparisons. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Abomination that I previously reviewed, and he towers over him, but that's what you expect from a big figure compared to a Spider-Man figure. There's gonna be a big size difference. And actually, do you know what? They kind of look cool together. I kind of like it. Here he is next to the 2099 Spider-Man that is in the same line of figures, so I just think it'd be better to put him in there. And just for a random figure, I'm just gonna put in the Marvel Legends Phage. I really like that figure, so he's just there. Now we get to the game out of 10. Which figure will climb towards the top? For Marvel Legends Spider-Venom. I like it. He's not too pricey. Comes with an extra head sculpt, which isn't as common as it should be nowadays. Nice accessories all around, but not 100% on the chain accessory. The articulation's pretty standard, and the figure is quite clean. I really like the design. Not too much bad to say about this figure, really, other than no waist swivel or the toe crunch. Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures never really get the toe articulation anymore, really. So with the positives and negatives out of the way, I'm going to give the Spider-Venom Marvel Legends an 8 out of 10. He's a pretty nice figure, I'm not going to lie. If you can get this guy, I would recommend it. There's nothing really too wrong about this release, and the design is pretty sleek as well. An 8 out of 10 might be too high for some people, but for me, I generally enjoyed this figure. Yes, at the end of the day, it is a Marvel Legends. It's not going to be as good as a Mafex or anything, but I do really like this figure. And I think you will like it as well if you end up getting him. This figure I was not expecting to enjoy posing around as much as I did, even though the poses can be a bit crap as I've recorded. I'm not very good at them, I'm still learning really. But I guess the negatives are just basically just Marvel Legends negatives, really, the usual negatives. I do really like this design. I don't know why. It's actually one of my favorite designs right now that I have. I'm gonna even say it. I think this Marvel Legends might be one of the more under the radar Marvel Legends. I think I do really like this one. I have seen a couple reviews of them, but I haven't seen a lot of people get it. So I think this Marvel Legends is criminally underrated, I think. So that's been my review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Venom. More reviews coming out this week from me, and I finally have stuff coming in this week, so there's going to be a couple of videos, so